Hey everyone, this is Uthris. Welcome back to Let's Build Lothloria, episode 51. So last episode we kind of finished up 2 more additional apartment buildings for the slums. And I like these buildings so much that I'm going to make 1 more in the back here. It's going to be kind of a larger one like this. And hopefully, we'll have 3 here and 1 off to the side. Usually that's a good visual cue and very nice. And then maybe we can also add another one that's either being constructed or being repaired. Back here could have make it look like it's being destroyed. Who knows? It might be something interesting to do later. But we're just going to build this one today in the back. And once that's done, we're going to work on kind of a new, larger project. I've been having so much fun building ruins, I guess. Like, building that wall was kind of fun because you get to build it and kind of sculpt it by throwing rocks at it. And a lot of people have been asking for more, I guess, history to Lothloria. And so, over here on this section, I'm going to build a fairly large ruined castle that just defensively doesn't make sense, and it just looks like it's just old and ancient and just ruined. It could even be under repair, but it could just also provide some shelter for the people that come over into the tournament area. They can camp there, and it's just a relic of the past, basically. So that's what I'm thinking for this corner in the mountains, and we'll probably be laying some foundation for this once the other building is complete. The other big thing that we need to start working on as well is some type of mage academy tower thing, kind of a larger mage tower than the one near the castle. And I was thinking putting it over here at the base of this mountain. Let me just check to see if there's actually an invisible wall or something, because the boundary box is not quite lining up. I think there's plenty of room, so we might turn this area here into a mage academy. Let's see, beyond that, in the distant future, we may be building another small fief in this wooded area here, and in the very back, past all this dense forest, some type of wooden fort that would serve bandits and bandit lords. I'm thinking would kind of take up this area here. So that's kind of, I guess, the main plan going forward. It might be another 10 or so episodes before that is all completed, and then after that, who knows? More suggestions I'm sure will roll in, and we'll get working on that. You'll notice that we're starting to drop a bit in frame rate going through the town. I haven't really flown over this slowly in a little while, and this is just a nice little refresher of just everything we have done together. And you guys, thank you so much for just kind of sticking through it and watching everything. It means the world to me. Really, which is something I look forward to for the whole time I'm at work, is just coming home, replying to all the comments, and then making this video and uploading it, and waiting and watching for you guys to say you like it or not. So this is just going to follow the same kind of formula as always. This one is going to be a 2 apartment structure. I'm trying to think of how to do this correctly to make it work. Maybe something like this, kind of a zigzag pattern through it. Might be the best thing to do. not many windows to put in. A lot of it's kind of starting to sink into the mountainside, which can be cool, but you're just not gonna get a lot of light into these areas because of it. Get a pillar there. Just seal that off. This one's just like one block bigger. Nothing I can do about it. It's yeah, it's something. So up here, we're just gonna go ahead and straight into the second floor. So we'll lay out our baseboard. So it'll be one large apartment on top, two smaller ones underneath. Maybe kind of more important person, like a slumlord of some kind, could be living in this section here. So we'll just go ahead and place some windows. Let's see here. Make it match. So that's our basic shape. We'll throw in, I think, 2 rooms. In addition to the normal area. So we'll just have a room there. And a room like that. I think that's a pretty interesting shape. I don't think we've had such a small little T-junction for a room. It could be used for storage, hiding things. So could add a 3rd floor in the roofing. I don't want to do that too much, because to do that properly, the best thing to do usually is you gotta increase the peaks and use more of them so there's actually room in the upper area, and sometimes that can just not work out for you. But I think it will work out on this one. So basically this back area is going to have that back room, and the rest of it will probably remain open. Doorway to get up into it. Don't forget a staircase. And let's see, we need that there. Not really necessary to have anything there. That. So that might look cool. We'll see how this turns out. Always try and get a lot of variation with roofing. If you're using the same style all the time, it can look a little boring. I mean, I'm guilty of that all the time, and I misclicked, so I'm gonna have to replace this whole freaking block. So my apartment building's like 1,000 degrees today because it's spring and we can't switch over to air conditioning yet. And I'm sweating my balls off. I just thought you guys should know that it's hot as hell. Pretty damn miserable. Just need the peak. Like that. We'll do the same kind of stone facade on it and break it apart, things like that as well. This I left here in case I wanted to add another building here in this spot. Not sure yet. So yeah, simple 2-room apartment. Go upstairs, make sure all of our ceiling is sealed as best as we can. Just missing the floor, might be useful. And then the rest should remain open. Gotta make sure the staircase works, and it does. It looks good. I'm sure putting down the floor might have messed up some roof trim. No? Okay. That's a little rare, but nice. And I can actually stick a window here. There we go. That looks pretty cool. I mean, it is plain, but we are still in the slums. Not the prettiest area in the kingdom. There we have that. We need some awnings, I think. Like so. And do our awesome facade. Which I can do that shape there. There. It does cut into the window a little bit, but what is? Okay. Guess. Looks a little weird. Let's try adding some just a layer of battlements up here. Give it some no. Totally a mistake. Just gotta back off on that. And we'll use a pillar on its side. Break off. So it's not quite as sharp of a transition. In fact, I want to get rid of that. I don't like the shape of it. Grab a new pillar. New floor. And a new railing. And then I think I'll just use, yeah, we can just do that. Something a little different. Can that fit? Thank you. It's okay, we'll just make them crouch because they're insignificant and not important. I don't know, it just looks weird compared to everything else. Why is that? Oh. This one's 2 stories tall. This one doesn't have anything. Yeah, that does look so weird. I'll fix it later. I'll just show you guys kind of all the different layers we received here from ground level. I haven't gotten this view yet, so kind of see what we get. Oh god. I never fixed the terrain here, apparently. I'll just go ahead and fix that now. There we go. Nice little cut in the terrain. It's pretty cool. I'm really liking this whole area. A lot of layers in that. A lot of different paths you can take from it. It's kind of like the central hub in terms of going up and down. Okay. So that's kind of that area for now. I don't want to work on it too much. This will then lead over to what we're going to be building next episode mainly. And that's going to be this ruined castle fort. It's going to be a very large, solid structure. A couple courtyards. And just basically blown up to hell. So basically picture, I mean like, that's a good example. Like ruins and things. But take like that larger fort here and basically demolish half of it. I think that's the kind of look. Maybe that fort and that fort combined in terms of size. So it's definitely gonna be a large structure. So that will be kind of the old Great Hall, and then we can just start building wings off of it. So don't have 2 wings off of it. I guess the terrain means it'll go up a layer. It's kind of cool. That area can be some type of old storage. And then might go back farther that direction. Here we can extend that out. Throw a tower there. I need a curved block on my bar. Kind of a separated tower on that side. I think these parts of the buildings will be curved. Not really tower-esque, but nice in their own right. This will be a tower. I think it'll have just a couple towers off from it. And an old, kind of thinner wall that's like partially destroyed. Giving it kind of a yard feel. You know what? An old suggestion that I had, I'm going to follow up on that now, is when I was building the original, someone wanted square towers. Because, I mean, it is an older technology, and that made perfect sense, so I'm going to do that now. Problem is, they had to be a little bit bigger to fit the staircase in. I don't know why I did it like that when I could have just did that. It's a little weird. So there'll be round towers attached to the building, and the outer perimeter wall thing will be the square, older towers. And that's just someone joining Ventrilo, as always. Seems to happen about every other episode. And let's see, we're just going to go with a thin wall, which means it's just going to be basically these back to back. And the nice thing is I don't have to build all of it. I mean, it is ruined, so I can leave gaps here and there. Even have it reconnect to the castle a little bit. See, this one we can expand decent distance, kind of both ways. So that's kind of the compound area. I have to design kind of a gatehouse. That'll be in ruins as well. Needs a bit of a back wall section. Anything else that I can think of? No. I think that'll do it. That'll do it for this episode for sure. And thanks again for watching. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.